Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live stream. And it's 9:30 p.m. here in Madison, Wisconsin, Central Time. And I want to welcome you all to this live stream. When you join, please say hello in the chat window and let me know what city, what state you're joining from. And I think right after I start, I think it's always good to wait for a minute and a half to see who else is joining. I'm guessing that people get notifications that the live stream has started. So I think I'll just give it a few more moments for people to tune in. And I have something interesting to discuss today. If you have seen the title of this live stream, then you know what I'm going to be talking about. I think you may have some idea. So let's see. The title of this live stream is, Does Governor Gavin Newsom Go for Grocery Shopping? And I think you will find out in a little bit why this is the title. Terry sends me a thumbs up. Thank you, Terry, for joining. I see somebody else joined. So I'm going to give it a few more moments and allow people to tune in. I think we have an interesting topic to discuss today. So as you are joining, please say hello in the live chat window so I know who's joining. And okay, before I begin, I just want to thank you all for your support, because my channel has crossed an important milestone. I now have more than 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So, I mentioned during previous live streams that I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And finally, I've reached that milestone, and I now have more than 1,000 subscribers. Michael Linton says, congratulations. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate all the support. And, I just, when I started posting videos and doing live streams, my goal is to spread my message and to engage in a conversation, to engage in a dialogue, to share information. And so the more subscribers there are on my channel, I know that my word is reaching more people. My messages are reaching more people. So it's always wonderful to see more subscribers. So thank you for sharing my videos and for helping me get to 1,000. And then let's continue growing from here. Now, okay, more than 3 minutes have gone by. I see more people joining, so I'm going to get to the discussion. I was just waiting for a few minutes to allow more people to tune in. So today's title, the title of this live stream is, Does Governor Gavin Newsom Go for Grocery Shopping? My friends, here's what happened. Governor Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, he is defending Joe Biden's economy. The governor of California is praising the Biden economy. He is happy about the Biden economy. In a recent interview, Gavin Newsom said that the economy is booming and inflation is cooling. I know it's unbelievable, but Gavin Newsom said that. And nothing could be further from the truth. My friends, what I see is widespread economic uncertainty. That's correct. Widespread economic uncertainty. That's what I see in the Biden economy. Like I mentioned previously, if you buy groceries, if you buy gas, you know that inflation is still hurting people. And I wonder what world Governor Gavin Newsom lives in. All I want to say is that we don't need Gavin Newsom to tell us if the economy is booming or not. We don't need him to tell us if inflation is cooling or not. Now, I got a question. Does Gavin Newsom buy his own groceries? Does he go grocery shopping? Does Gavin Newsom physically go to the store and pick up grocery items from the shelves? Does he check the prices? I mean, he's the governor of California, and anyone who goes grocery shopping would know that inflation continues to hurt Americans. So I don't know if Gavin Newsom buys his own groceries, or there's somebody who actually goes to the grocery store and does the grocery shopping for the governor. Any American, any hardworking American who earns money, who works hard, who earns money and goes out to buy stuff can tell you how much the prices have increased since 2021. And here's Gavin Newsom telling us that the economy is booming. I mean, I don't know if Governor Gavin Newsom goes grocery shopping. What I do know, based on the reports that we saw a couple of years ago, Governor Newsom certainly did hang out at a luxurious restaurant with his friends in violation of his own COVID-19 protocols. Remember that? You guys remember that? It was 2020. And so Governor Gavin Newsom announced a set of rules during COVID-19 outbreak. He announced a set of rules for the people of California, and he was caught violating his own set of rules. That's Gavin Newsom. That's the guy who's now telling us that the economy is booming. Gavin Newsom, as he dined with his friends at an upscale restaurant, as he was dining, as he was gathering with his friends at a restaurant, he was not wearing a mask. He was not social distancing. And later, Gavin Newsom, after he was caught, he said that it was a dumb mistake. Does he really feel that it was a mistake? I think he says that only because he was caught. Because there is photographic evidence that he was dining at an upscale restaurant and he was violating his own COVID-19 rules, the rules that he set for the people of California. And then after he was caught, he said it was a dumb mistake. Well, he only said that, I think, because he was caught. What if he wouldn't have been caught? We would never know. The world would never know that Gavin Newsom established a set of COVID-19 protocols for the people of California, and then he was violating the very same protocols. It was only because he was caught that he said it was a dumb mistake. My friends, this is the same Gavin Newsom who is now telling people that the economy is booming. Is the economy really booming? I think saying that the economy is booming may be another dumb mistake. Or maybe Gavin Newsom just wants to paint a rosy picture of the economy. He just wants to sugarcoat the reality. The reality is bitter. The reality is harsh. And he wants to sugarcoat the reality and tell the American people that the economy is booming. The economy is not booming. According to U.S. Department of Agriculture, in 2023, food prices increased by 5.8%. That's what this agency is saying. And various items have gone up at different percentages, the prices. Well, here's the reality. And we don't have to look at numbers and statistics to understand the reality, because we're living and breathing the reality. As hardworking Americans, we are living and breathing the reality every single day. The reality is that Americans are struggling in this economy. Terry writes, gaslighting Democrats, sticking to the narratives. Yeah, they have their talking points. They go out in front of TV cameras and just stick to the talking points. But the talking points don't portray the reality. The reality is what the Americans are facing every day. They go out, they work hard, they earn money, and their paychecks cannot keep up with the rising prices in the economy. That's the reality that Governor Newsom is not ready to admit. He wants to deny the reality. He wants to paint a false picture of the economy. Gavin Newsom, the guy who violated his own COVID-19 protocols. And he said it was a dumb mistake just because he was caught. What if somebody would not have taken a photograph of him dining at an upscale restaurant, not social distancing, not wearing a mask? The world would never know. So don't trust Gavin Newsom. He's out in front of the camera saying that the economy is booming. That's a lie. Gavin Newsom seems to be quite detached from reality. Or maybe he fully understands the reality, but he just won't admit because he wants to tell people that the Biden economy is booming. Whether it's, I mean, it's false, and that's the picture he's presenting in front of people. It's completely false. The economy is not booming. That's not how the hardworking Americans see the economy, because Americans are still suffering because of inflation. So the thrill of being the governor of a massive state like California has taken Gavin Newsom far, far, far away from the harsh economic realities that Americans face. It's very easy to say that the economy is booming, but what I see is that Americans are suffering. They are struggling to make ends meet, and that's the reality. Michael Linton says, agree, Terry. Yep. My friends, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for sharing your thoughts in the live chat window. I'll pause every once in a while and just take a look at the chat window. Terry writes he's living in the governor's mansion. Yep, for someone living in the governor's mansion in California, where hardworking Americans are struggling to make ends meet, but undocumented immigrants get free stuff. That's the California that the liberals have created. The liberals, including Gavin Newsom. They want to make California a sanctuary for undocumented immigrants. But for hardworking Americans, the prices are going up. And so many people are moving out of California just because they cannot afford the rent. My friends, how can we expect the governor of a sanctuary state to admit the problems that the Biden administration has created? Gavin Newsom just wants to suggest that everything's fine. No, everything's not fine. Look at the southern border. In December of 2023, so last month, there were 302,000, I'm rounding up the number, it's more than 302,000. So there were 302,000 migrant encounters at the southern border, according to US Customs and Border Protection. That's a record number. 302,000 migrant encounters just in December of 2023. And let me just give you a comparison, okay? So I'm live streaming from Madison, Wisconsin. Madison is the capital of the state of Wisconsin. And according to 2020 census data, the population of Madison is 269,840. So 269,840. That's the population of Madison, Wisconsin, state capital Madison, according to 2020 census data. And the migrant encounter number just for 1 month, December of 2023, is 302,000. That's significantly more than the population of Madison. And the border continues to be wide open, and more people are pouring into the United States every single day. Is that something that Gavin Newsom is going to talk about? Why isn't Gavin Newsom talking about the harsh reality of illegal immigration, that Americans are suffering because of illegal immigration? Why isn't Gavin Newsom saying that American communities are being disrupted because of the massive influx of undocumented immigrants? Why isn't Gavin Newsom asking Joe Biden to secure the southern border? Instead, he decides to paint a rosy image of the economy, and he says that the economy is booming. Why doesn't Gavin Newsom talk about the fact that billions of taxpayer dollars are being spent on undocumented immigrants? Money from the pockets of American taxpayers are being spent on undocumented immigrants, while Americans are facing inflation. My friends, let me pause for a second and look at the chat window. So, Terry, do you think, I hear some theories out there that Newsom may be a presidential candidate from the Democratic side. Do you think that's going to happen? Share with me your thoughts. I think we could do another live stream just talking about all the various possibilities on both sides, GOP and the Democratic side, regarding who's going to be on the ticket. Now, on the GOP side, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Donald Trump. On the Democratic side, there are some theories that Gavin Newsom may be a potential candidate. I don't know. So Terry writes, I don't know. Well, we'll just keep following news updates on that. And obviously, on this channel, I'll share with you the latest updates and my commentary. So the fact that the liberal politicians are spending billions and billions of American taxpayer dollars on the undocumented immigrants, what's that doing? That's enticing more and more foreign nationals to come to America by violating our nation's immigration laws and to expect free goods and services. Well, nothing is free. Nothing is free. Somebody is paying for it. The American taxpayers are paying for the goods and services that the migrants are receiving. But the American taxpayers are not willingly paying for migrant housing and migrant health care. The left-wing politicians are using their power to take money away from the pockets of American taxpayers. The money that could be used to repair roads, the money that could be used to build bridges, the money that could be used in the education sector, the money that could be used to do so many things. I mean, we have a lot of needs in this country. But the liberals are taking taxpayer dollars away from us and spending huge sums of money on the undocumented immigrants. So the more money spent, a viewer writes, the cash magnet drawing for them. Yeah, well, the more money the liberals take away from taxpayers and the more money the liberals spend on these undocumented immigrants, the people out there in the world, they see that. And that entices more foreign nationals to make their way into our country illegally through the southern border. And so Gavin Newsom is not presenting the true image of the economy when he says the economy is booming. No, the economy is not booming. The reality is that Americans are struggling in this economy. My friends, let me pause and take a look at the live chat window. There's a lot that I want to talk about, but I won't be able to cover everything during today's live stream. I know I'll be, I have some things I want to discuss. Maybe I'll publish a podcast episode, but then I will try to do these live streams every day. So I appreciate you tuning in. I'm going to look at the live chat window here. So let's see. The money that could be used to transport border. Yeah, well, I mean, we need Trump. We need Donald Trump in the White House. He is the one who can solve this problem. And I think the viewers who have been following my YouTube channel, they understand by now who I am supporting. And let me just briefly mention Nikki Haley. Terry writes, yes, we need Trump. Absolutely. My friends, if you are tuning in for this live stream, if you're listening, if you support Trump, please write in the chat window that you support Trump, so I know what your views are. If you support somebody else, let me know that as well. I know there are some people who are still supporting Nikki Haley, but I don't see how Nikki Haley can get the GOP nomination. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Michael Linton writes Trump. Thank you, Michael. Trump it is. Trump's going to be the GOP nominee. That's what I'm looking forward to. And the convention, the national convention, will be in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So there will be a lot of excitement in Wisconsin a few months from now. And Nikki Haley is still in the race. I really don't know what she has in mind. I mean, we're heading towards Nevada caucus, and I think Trump's going to win that. And then South Carolina primary, I think Trump's going to win that. And, if Nikki Haley doesn't win the primary, the Republican primary in her home state, I don't even know what to say. I think it would be in Nikki Haley's best interest, just in terms of her political future, to just drop out of the presidential race and endorse Donald Trump. Because if she loses the South Carolina primary, it's gonna be embarrassing. I mean, that's the truth. And there's still a lot of time between now and the South Carolina primary. And so let's wait and see what happens. But I think, as I've said before, I think Nikki Haley has a good political future. She can run again. So can Ron DeSantis. So can Vivek Ramaswamy. I won't say the same about Chris Christie, because I think, Chris Christie didn't get a lot of support during the 2024 cycle. So, if you just ask for my opinion, I think Vivek can run again in the future, run for president. Ron DeSantis can, Nikki Haley can. But I think if Chris Christie decides to run again, I don't know. I think among a lot of Republicans, he is, by saying what he said about Trump, by criticizing Trump, I think he has lost a lot of support among Republicans. And, if Chris Christie runs again in the future, I still don't think he'll be able to secure the GOP nomination. So Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, Vivek, I think they have good political future. And Ron DeSantis made the right decision by dropping out of the race and endorsing Trump. Vivek, he dropped out before Ron DeSantis and endorsed Trump. He made a good decision. Nikki Haley should do the same. Just drop out, endorse Trump, and in the future you can run again. Let's look at the live chat window. Terry writes, are you going to the convention? I don't know yet, Terry. That's a good question. I was talking to my mother about it just a couple days ago, and I'll let you know, Terry. Let me know if you are going. You can write it in the chat window, or you can just text me afterwards. But it would be nice to go to the convention, I think. Milwaukee is going to be a great venue for it. And I know so many people in Wisconsin, so many Republican friends are already very, very excited. So Terry, does that mean you're not going? You're not going to the convention? Okay, I'll wait for you to respond. Okay, Terry writes, nope. All right. So Terry says she's not going to the convention. For me, it's just, I don't know yet. I don't know. Terry writes, too many people. Yeah. I mean, conventions are busy. I mean, state conventions draw so many people, and just imagine how many people will be there during the national convention. It's going to be huge. It's going to be massive. All eyes on Wisconsin. So I think as a Wisconsinite, let me tell you, it's exciting to see that the convention is going to be taking place in Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a battleground state. People call it a purple state because sometimes Republicans win statewide races in Wisconsin. Sometimes Democrats win statewide races in Wisconsin. So it can go either way. And so all eyes are on Wisconsin. And I think it's such an important state. The Electoral College votes from Wisconsin can make a huge difference. And Wisconsin is going to continue to be a very important state in national politics, in presidential politics. And so I expect there to be a lot of events and activities, political events and activities going forward between now and the general election. So, proud to be a Wisconsinite. And I'm just looking forward to everything that's going to be happening during the 2024 election cycle here in Wisconsin. Let's see. I see there are some folks who tuned in for this live stream. If you want to say hi and tell me where you're joining from, that would be great. And, once again, I want to thank you all for helping me get to 1,000 subscribers. And we will continue to grow from here. It's a journey, and we will continue to tune in and exchange our thoughts and have this conversation during live stream. And I have been reading the comments that I've been getting on my YouTube channel. I think a lot of people had thoughts to share. So a viewer writes, New Mexico. Thank you for joining from New Mexico. Let me ask you, how is the weather in New Mexico right now? I bet it's warmer than Wisconsin. But I'm not going to complain about the Wisconsin weather for the last few days. I mean, our temperature has been in the 30s, which during winter is pretty good, I just saw somebody wearing shorts today in the evening. So the viewer writes from New Mexico, not too cold, barely freezing overnight. Yeah, I have not been to New Mexico, but it's on my list. I've been to Texas, I've been to California, I've been to Nevada, I have not been to Arizona, I've not been to New Mexico. So those beautiful states are on my list to visit in the near future. Susan writes, hello again. I've never been to Wisconsin. Susan, if I'm not mistaken, you're from Hawaii, right? You're joining from Hawaii. You should visit Wisconsin. I think you will enjoy. Susan, if you want to visit Wisconsin in the summer. I think May would be a great month. June, July would be perfect. I mean, that would be perfect time to visit Wisconsin. Susan writes, yes. See, Susan, I remember you're from Hawaii. And, I just want to thank Susan for tuning in. Susan has joined my live stream multiple times. So I appreciate you joining. And Terry has joined all of my live streams, maybe except the last one, I think. So I want to thank you. And Michael has joined multiple live streams that I've done. And there are other viewers who joined. Teresa Ross joins my live stream. Laura joins my live stream. So I want to thank you. And, I'm getting to know you by name. So whenever I see the live chat window and your names pop up, I really appreciate that. So thanks for not only tuning in, but thanks for also writing your comments. And I know there are others who join my live stream, but I'm missing a few names. But I want to thank you all. You know who you are. Thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in. And so as I was saying, Susan, if you want to visit Wisconsin, June, July, would be perfect time. And if you are visiting Wisconsin, definitely visit Madison. Madison is a great place for sightseeing, doing activities, lots of great restaurants. Visit Milwaukee by Lake Michigan. If you want to check out places like La Crosse and Prairie du Chien in western Wisconsin, those are great places by Mississippi River. You can go far north towards Superior, Wisconsin, and that's a beautiful place if you go to Superior. And then there's another great place, one of my favorite places in Wisconsin, Lake Geneva. It's in Walworth County. Beautiful, beautiful city. Check it out. There are so many beautiful I mean, if you want to enjoy urban life, there are places you can visit in Wisconsin cities. If you want to enjoy the rural communities, the countryside, the farming communities, oh, Wisconsin is just beautiful. And lots of different kinds of cheese and dairy products. So many things. If I want to talk about tourism, there's so much to talk about. I can't do it in one live stream. Maybe I should do a live stream just highlighting all the great things we have in Wisconsin. Yeah, Greene County. Terry writes Greene County has pretty good cheese. Greene County is beautiful. And where I live, in Dane County, it's not far from Greene County. We're actually neighboring counties. And Terry writes, yes, maple syrup. So Susan, that answers your question. Terry writes yes to maple syrup. So, I think I'm not just discussing social and political issues, both domestic and international, as I say that my YouTube channel is for, but I'm also trying to promote Wisconsin to all my wonderful friends from other states. Please do visit Wisconsin. That's pretty much all I have, my friends. Don't forget to check out my website, tausifanam.net. I would really appreciate if you visit my website and sign up for my e-newsletter. I try to send out e-newsletter. You can just subscribe. All I need is your email address. I enter that in a list, and whenever I send an e-newsletter out to my friends and followers with with updates on what I've been doing, with links to different things that I've written. It's a nice e-newsletter, and you can unsubscribe anytime. So please go to my website, tausifanam.net, sign up for my e-newsletter. And when you are on my website, you can check out my blog, you can check out my list of published opinions. You can also, did you know that I've published 2 books of poems? I was much younger when I published those books of poems. I think back in 2008, 2009, 2010, around that time. So please, you can go check out my poetry if you are interested. Yeah, I write poems. I am a poet. I write poems. I read poems. John Keats is my favorite poet, and Lord Tennyson. Obviously, I love his poetry. So you can go check out the books that I have written, my books of poems. One is called She Has Surrendered to Slumber. The other one is called Neptune's Dusk. So you can go check those out. Information is available on my website. So don't forget, tausifanam.net. With that, my friends, thank you so much for tuning in. Do the leaves, Susan writes, do the leaves change color in the fall? I've never seen that. Susan, great question. The leaves change color. In fact, here in Wisconsin, we get many tourists from other parts of the country who come to our state to enjoy the fall colors. Definitely, if you are visiting in the fall, you can check out the fall colors. And Um, there are many beautiful pictures that I post on my social media, on my Facebook, about fall colors. My friends post many pictures, and I'm sure if you search on the internet, you'll find amazing pictures of fall colors in Wisconsin. So yeah, we get beautiful colors. Um, Especially, there are certain parts of the state where the colors are beautiful. And you know, when you are in Wisconsin, if you visit Wisconsin, also check out Door County. Door County is an amazing, amazing place to visit. And don't forget to visit Wisconsin Dells. It's very close to where I live. Wisconsin Dells is like an hour or so, 50 minutes to an hour drive from Madison, Wisconsin. So yeah, let's see. Susan writes, good night. Well, good night, Susan. And thank you all for tuning in once again. Please, if you like my videos, subscribe and share the links to my videos with your friends, family members, and neighbors. Terry writes Door County cherries. Absolutely, Terry. See, I am forgetting things because there's so much to do, there's so much to see, there's so much to enjoy in Wisconsin. I can't possibly talk about the whole list. So thanks, Terry, for reminding us. Door County cherries are very, very popular. We have so many wonderful Wisconsin products. A viewer writes, thanks, Tausif. Thank you for tuning in. Terry writes, I only lived there for 30 years. And I've been in Wisconsin for many years. For those of you who don't know, I am originally from Dhaka, Bangladesh. So I'm from South Asia. I grew up in Bangladesh. I was born and raised in Bangladesh. I came to the United States as an immigrant, a legal immigrant, as I always like to highlight. I followed the American immigration laws and rules, came to the United States legally, became a citizen in the year 2014, and it was one of the happiest days of my life when I took the oath of allegiance to become a U.S. citizen. And, you know, I've lived in Wisconsin for many years. This is my state now. This is my home. This is where I live. This is, you know, the place I love most. Terry writes, we're glad you're here, Tausif. Thank you, Terry. And Terry has heard me talk about my immigration journey. I think I've done various speeches over the years at different events where I've talked about my journey from Bangladesh to the USA as an immigrant. And not too long ago, I was up in the Green Bay area here in Wisconsin talking about my immigration journey. You know, I have on my YouTube channel, if you scroll back, go back a few years, or I think if you click on the videos tab, you can actually organize my videos from the oldest videos first. If you do that, you can see some of my old videos from 2017, 2018, 2019. There are videos of me speaking at various events and talking to people about my immigration journey, sharing my story. So if you are interested to check those out, please do so. I have spoken at various county caucuses. I'm very active in the Republican Party here in Wisconsin. And so I've spoken at county caucuses. I've spoken at Pints and Politics events. I've spoken at other gatherings where I've talked about my journey as an immigrant. I've highlighted the importance of legal immigration, and I've highlighted that we need to combat illegal immigration. So, you know, the United States is a welcoming country. We welcome immigrants as long as they follow the law and enter our country legally. And so I've shared my story. Please check it out. You'll see there are several videos on my YouTube channel. Just scroll back and check out the old videos. The Badger State. Yes, it is the Badger State, America's Dairyland. Terry writes, most immigrants legal seem very conservative and patriot. Absolutely. You know, foreign nationals who are following the immigration laws and rules, and they are entering the United States legally. They are working hard. They are getting education. They are pursuing good careers. They are paying taxes. and then they pursue citizenship by fulfilling all the requirements. They become citizens. They contribute to the growth and success of the United States. I mean, that's immigration. That's proper immigration. That's the power of legal immigration. And so I know many legal immigrants, many naturalized US citizens, they want to see the border secure. They want to see our country enforcing the immigration laws to stop the influx of illegal immigrants. So legal immigrants, naturalized citizens, they oppose illegal immigration. So, and I've highlighted this before, that in our country, in the United States, approximately 1 million people get their permanent residency every year. They get their permanent residency to live and work in the United States. These are people who are following our nation's immigration laws. And every year, hundreds of thousands of people become naturalized US citizen. And as I said, I became a naturalized US citizen in 2014. So there are so many people who are following our nation's laws. They are respecting the rule of law to become naturalized US citizen. And that's the power of immigration. That's what we want to see. And so we have to secure the southern border and stop illegal immigration. And we have to stop the influx of undocumented immigrants. All right, my friends, unless you have more questions for me or comments, I will end this live stream. Terry writes, my sister-in-law from Mexico, now in California, is not happy about border jumpers. Absolutely. As I said, people who come to the United States by following our nation's immigration laws, they don't want to see this border crisis. They don't like what's going on at the southern border. So legal immigrants oppose illegal immigration. Thank you so much, my friends. Thank you for joining. This live stream has been on for just over 42 minutes, so I appreciate your time. Thank you for staying connected with me. And I will be back with more live stream, more videos. And once again, thank you for helping me get to the 1,000 subscriber milestone. We will continue to grow from here. I appreciate it. Thank you. And have a good night. Stay safe, stay healthy. And we will continue the conversation in future live streams and in future videos. Thank you.